Welcome to Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. Listen, we're about to have another great episode of Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. I got to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? So welcome again for another episode. We are in episode number 7, season 6. Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing? Super excited. Glad to have you here with us on tonight. I am Dr. Sandy Sanders. I am the host and creator of the Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy podcast. We are powered by CTR Media Network, where we are heard in over 350 viewers worldwide in over 100 countries globally. I am super excited. Listen, tonight I am glad to host these phenomenal women. Yes, the ladies from the anthology book project, Step into Leadership. And so, listen, I want you to go ahead and share this out. Dr. Jennifer is coming back with us again. We're talking about Step into Leadership Greatness. And yes, I want to encourage you to share this out. Tag someone, tag at least 5 people. I always tell you all to do that. And we're going to put our intro on. And then whenever I come back, then we will start our interview, our conversation with these phenomenal women. I have some new authors. There's a total, I believe we said 14. I hope I'm getting that number right. That there's about 14 phenomenal women that are in this anthology book project, which is volume 3. It is a series of Step into Leadership Greatness, the phenomenal, yes, Dr. Jennifer Jones Bryant. And so listen, go ahead and tag some people. We'll do our intro. And when we come back, we'll get our show started. All right, listen, I'll talk to you shortly. Well, welcome back, and let's go ahead and bring these phenomenal ladies on. There they are. Dr. Jennifer, how you doing? How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for having us again. And I also wanted to definitely thank you for checking on me last week and this week. I appreciate you so much, and that meant the world to me. So thank you for checking in.
Absolutely. You are so welcome. Those of you that are tuning in, and we want to just thank you all for tuning in for another episode of Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy, where we host authors, anthology book projects. Most of all, I say that it is for you. Why? Because you just might be looking for a good book to read, and this is definitely one of them. We have discovered that this is going to be a book for leaders, inspiring leaders, someone you may not be you, but maybe you've got a daughter. You may even have a son that is in leadership. I believe that this book is definitely for individuals that are seeking to do better in their leadership role and in this season. The visionary author is none other than, yes, Dr. Jennifer Jones Bryant, and along with these phenomenal women. And I'm just elated to have you back with us and for us to be a part of your journey of this leadership. Listen, you're a leadership guru. That's what you are. But listen, thank you so much for coming through again. And our audience, and what I'm going to do as I'm doing a little bit of sharing, I am actually going to go ahead and listen, Dr. Bryant, if you will, go ahead and just lead us in a quick word of prayer, and then we will get started.
All right.
For that.
Let's go. Like what I say, be ye ready. I think someone else said that at the last interview, right? Be ye ready. Lord, we come to you today to say thank you. We thank you for all the blessings that you have provided to us. Lord, we ask you for your hedge of protection around each and every one of us, our loved ones and our friends, Lord, as we deliver the message today, Lord, that they will see you and not us, and that you will give us the words to be able to impact on this podcast. I ask this in Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to ask each of the ladies if they will go ahead and introduce yourselves, starting yes, with as I see you on the screen. I have to get my other glasses, my oh, you listen, y'all, I'm on my old glasses. Yes, I'm missing a side here. I'm going to be transparent, okay? But these are my best glasses I can see out of these tonight. Dr. Teresa Mosley, come on and say hello to us. Welcome. My first time interviewing you, I believe.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I'm Her Excellency Dr. Teresa Ann Mosley, a United Nations Peace Ambassador, U.S. Army veteran, a retired educator after 28 years of service. I am also in this anthology. This is my third one in Step into Leadership Greatness. I'm a 24-time best-selling author, 4-time international best-selling author. I'm the owner of TAM, Creating Ambassadors of Peace. I'm a transformational leader, and they call me the Peacemaker.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you. Welcome to the Coffee Conversation Book Talks with Sandy platform and podcast. Yes, Lady Danielle Yeager, DJ. They call her DJ. DJ, come on. Say hello again. Welcome back.
Thank you, Miss Sandy. Well, I am a training and development expert. I've been in that field for so long, but something that I've also added in recently is stepping into my leadership role. So being able to inspire others who want to get into leadership roles, providing guidance with those who are new to the training and development world. It's really my two passions blended together. I love people. I love helping people learn, and I love helping people, really find what speaks to them, what's their truth, and what's their passion in life.
That is awesome. Thank you so much. And the Honorable, yes, indeed. Yes, Honorable Mayor Savannah Wilson. Welcome back. How you doing?
Hi, happy to be back. And yes, the Honorable Savannah Winston, President Commissioner or Mayor of the small town of Preston, Maryland, which is, if you know anything about Maryland's Eastern Shore, we're located on the Eastern Shore, small town, but definitely community leader. Also have several years of leading in government, as well as member of various organizations, including the awesome sorority, Zeta Phi Beta sorority. My local chapter is actually getting ready to celebrate 100 years, Beta Zeta out of Washington, D.C. And what is consuming me right now in leadership is that I'm a doctoral student and I'm getting my EDD. I'm getting a doctorate in education and executive leadership. So definitely a leader, definitely embracing it, and just glad to be here tonight.
Yes, that you are indeed. And thank you so much for coming through again. And I believe this is going to be a part 2 conversation, and I'm looking forward to it indeed. Dr. Benjamin, come on and say hello to us. I don't want to mess up your first name. I want you to say it for me, and I can hear it one time, and then we can get it right.
No problem. I'm used to it. It is Dr. Talantine Benjamin.
Talantine Benjamin. I got it now. Yes, indeed. Well, welcome. Come on and say hello to our audience, if you will.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. This is my first time with you tonight, Miss Sandy. I am a federal government employee by day, but outside of that, similar to Savannah, who's also my sorority sister, I'm also a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and I also actually came in through Beta Zeta chapter, so I'll be joining for their centennial celebration this weekend. I celebrate 25 years as well in a couple weeks in Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I wear many hats within Zeta. I serve currently as the state of North Carolina's Leadership Development and Training Coordinator. I also serve as the current president of Chi Xi Zeta chapter in Clayton, North Carolina. I also serve as the retention coordinator for the Eastern region of Zeta. Outside of Zeta, I serve in a number of leadership roles in other organizations as well. the African American Federal Executive Association. I serve as the recruitment assistant director of recruitment on the membership team. I am a licensed minister and an ordained deacon. So I'm sure most of the other folks here probably wear lots of hats, especially if you're about service and being a servant leader. So I think sometimes we take on a lot of roles and continuing to serve. As a matter of fact, my motto is blessed to be a blessing.
Yes, I love it. Blessed to be a blessing. And that's just so powerful, so powerful. Dr. Jennifer, I'm looking for the graphic for you and the ladies, and I can't seem to pull it up. But listen, audience, I want you to see a clip. This is a clip from our previous interview. I want to give our audience a taste and just a little bit of snippet of what it's like to have these conversations with these phenomenal authors. So I'm going to share my screen here. And while I'm doing that, this will also, I'm on the screen where it's actually showing. And so these ladies are on tour. Those that may be listening to us from, from a replay, you may be on our YouTube channel. You may be even listening to us. So, of course, you can't see the visuals on our Spotify channel, iHeartRadio, but CTR Media Network. We are streaming on the Roku channel as well as Apple, iHeart. There's a couple of others, and I'll make those announcements in just a moment. But I want to share my screen here. And let you in on a previous interview that we did with Dr. Jennifer and the authors. Okay. All right. Just one moment here. But yes, y'all be ready. Okay. So we're going to go ahead. Let's hear from CTR Media Network. And when we come, I'm going to start this back just a little bit. Let's bring it in around here. Okay.
And Dr. Sandy, when you get a chance, can you let Nadia in, please?
Yes. There we go.
Thank you for letting me be here on your platform this evening.
Absolutely. If you will, introduce yourself to us.
So again, I am Katrina Tasby. I have been in leadership within the federal government for well over 20 years. I have been rocking with Dr. Jen for quite a bit of that time. So I have been in leadership roles from when I was at ICE and within DHS, TSA, and here at in my current position here, I have branched out to work with currently I'm a realtor, so I am in the process of building my own team here, taking my leadership that I have learned within the federal government to build my own team. My husband and I own a commercial cleaning company, so I'm still within that leadership role as far as having my own employees outside of the federal government. And so I thoroughly believe in building quality people, because one day I'm not going to be where I'm at. So we have to build and take the younger generation, because they're going to be the ones one day ruling the world and running these companies and running these organizations. So you got to interpret and put those qualities into the younger generation, to the ones that's coming up behind you, and not keep everything to yourself. Because in order for an organization to run the way effectively and efficiently, you have to put those things, implore them to go forth and do. No matter if you don't think something's right, it's more than one way to do one task or one mission.
Okay, and so what I wanted to do is just share a little bit of, that gives you an example, but tonight we have some phenomenal authors that are still part of this. That author was sharing the importance of leadership and for our young people. I believe we have, yes, Nadia, Dr. Nadia, and come on and say hello to us, if you will. Thank you so much for being here.
Great. Thank you so much for having me, Dr. Sandy. I am Dr. Nadia Manzano. I am a CEO and founder of my company. It's called Elite Creations. As far as my leadership background, I attribute all of my leadership skills to serving 10 years in the United States Army. So I went straight out of high school and I joined the U.S. Army. And boy, did they instill in me some leadership qualities. I made it all the way through staff sergeant. So I had, soldiers who reported into me, and I heard, I'm going to call you Dr. T, right? Because I don't want to mess up your name. But I heard her talk about her accolades as well. And it's always about, lifting up someone as you go along. And that is something that I have learned how to do through my military career as well. So I am super excited to be on this show this evening with you all. Thank you for having me. You're still in mute, Dr. Sandy.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. And ladies, if you will, I did tell the ladies earlier, put your information, such as your social media platforms or your website, put that over in the chat. At this time, I'm going to bring forward the visionary author to give us a little bit backdrop, if you will, Dr. Jennifer, of this book and what this book really is all about, and how important it was for you to release a volume 3. So if you can, come on and just share with our audience.
Absolutely, Dr. Sandy. Thanks again for having us. And I'm glad to have some new voices to join the room. Step into Leadership Greatness, Volume 3 is about lifting others. And we talked about that just a tad bit. It's about going after your big why, and that your big why must be bigger than your ego. And how are you bringing others along in terms of their leadership and providing them with the strategy, tips, and tools to make sure that they're effective and they are successful. So SILG 3 is about humanizing leadership. And I've done that in all of the volumes. I've had authors to come along and talk about their stories, sharing their wins, sharing some of their failures and how they learn lessons along the way. Volume 3 will talk about the sponsorships, the mentorships, and the coaching and what it took in order for them to be successful. And so they're investing in others with the information that they're providing. The other piece that I would share about Volume 3 is that those who know me, they know I like to have homework assignments. So in the back, there will be some questions for you to reach within yourself to figure out, where do you stand as a leader and how are you showing up for your teams? And I believe during these uncertain times, we still need to instill hope and inspiration and motivation and empower others to know that they can still lead. The importance is about considering the fact that you have to be strategic, intentional, and deliberate during these times. And you don't have to react to everything. It's about being strategic and responding as a leader in the most powerful way. So that's all that I would share about that.
I really love it. And as you continue to share with us and about investing in others. And that's one of the unique things that we talk about with this book as you are on tour, is that message of investing into others. Thank you, Brenda, for coming through. Brenda is kind of like our ambassador. I look up and she's always in the seat. For over the past 6 years, Brenda has been with me out of South Carolina. And yes, listen, I often tell her how much I so appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing and putting out. Thank you, Dr. Nadia, for your information as well and putting that in the chat. Well, at this time, we are going to hear from CTR Media Network. And ladies and audience, it's time for you to hear from these amazing, phenomenal authors that are a part of this book project. Okay, so we're going to hear from CTR Media Network. And when we do that, after we hear from her, we'll start this round conversation. Okay, all right, just one moment.
What's something people don't know about CTR Media Network? It's where content truly meets impact. At CTR Media Network, we believe in the power of stories. Our platform is a dynamic blend of education and entertainment, crafted to inspire and empower creators like you. From insightful podcasts to transformative videos, we offer a diverse range of content that helps you learn, grow, and thrive. Our mission? Innovating media, one story at a time. Imagine a place where your voice can reach millions, where your stories can reshape perspectives. That's CTR, Create, Thrive, Redefine. Join a community of visionary creators and make your mark on the world. Because here at CTR Media Network, your content doesn't just entertain, it makes an impact. So, are you ready to create, thrive, and redefine? Dive in and discover a new world of possibilities, where content meets impact. CTR Media Network.
CTR Media Network, where content meets impact. And of course, we would love to be able to host you and your authors. If you have a book that is coming out, or you've already got the book and you just want to get a little bit more visibility, I do invite you to reach out to us on ctrmedianetwork.com. And you'll see the icon for Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy, and we would love to host you. At this time, those of you that are tuning in, let's see what we got over in the chat, y'all. Thank you. Hi, Tamila. How are you? Miss Coleman, thank you so much for coming through, and we certainly appreciate it for sure. Well, listen, I am going to step back and allow these ladies to just share a little bit about what we can expect out of their story. And so I'm actually going to go ahead and start with Dr. Teresa. And if you will, here is the thing. I want you to let us know, why did you say yes to Dr. Bryant in this particular book project? And we're going to step back and let you go ahead and take the stage. Okay. Up, you're on mute.
I said yes because of Dr. Jennifer Bryant. Once again, I was part of the first 2 collaborations, and I know everything that she does, it's done with excellence. And also, I'm a leader, I'm a transformational leader. And this was another part of the story that I wanted to share with the world. My chapter was on the art of using transformational leadership, to elevate others. And so I really am so excited to be a part of this anthology, because this is the next step. Dr. Jennifer's amazing.
Well, you have a little bit of more time. I want you to take about 2 minutes. Tell me, what can we expect from you?
Okay, so my chapter on transformational leadership, I am very specific in details on what you need to do. See, transformational leadership is all about motivating others to move beyond their expectations, to do more than what they can do. And so in order to do that, they have to have a leader that they trust. So I talk about establishing trust. I talk about communication, how that's important. I talk about how leadership is not about top-down being in charge of something, but leadership is all about elevating others, is teaching others how to lead. And you can lead from within. I also talk about leading with grace, the essential soft skills for effective leadership. That's so important, especially in this environment that we're living in. And there's another thing I talk about too. As a transformational leader, it's your responsibility to have a culture and climate that is positive, right? And that starts from the top down. So when someone goes to work and you're building a leadership team and you're trying to train people to become leaders, they have to come into an environment that is conducive to learning, that's warm and inviting, and that's safe. So I lead with like 5 different steps. Establish trust, encourage creativity and decision-making, make sure professional development is ongoing and differentiated, because you might have some natural born leaders in your organization with innate leadership skills, but then you might have some that you need to train, right? And so leadership, professional development should be differentiated. And last but not least, I talk about leading by example. Be that leader who has empathy. Be that leader who has compassion. Be that leader who brings people together to problem solve. And communication, I talk about that. It's not just about talking to people, but it's about listening to people in your team, in your organization. It's about actively listening, not just listening with your ears, but listening with your eyes. You know, I've been a leader for 47 years. And when I thought about it, I said, wait a second. I was a Girl Scout when I was a leader. I was a leader in the military. I was a leader in the church choir, right? And so I've been doing this leadership thing for a long time. And anytime I get a chance to share that wisdom with the world and work with Dr. Jennifer in doing so, it's a win-win situation for me. So that's why I joined this project.
I love it. And you said leading by example. That piece that we can take away is listening with our eyes. We listen with our ears, but also to learn to listen with our eyes. I believe that Dr. Jennifer, let's kind of backtrack. We talked about humanization. Leadership's really, really understanding is that when you're leading a team, we also have to understand is that those that are following, those that you're leading, is that we're human. We have human experiences. And that's one of the keys, I think, that Dr. Mosley just pointed out, is that listening with your eyes, that you're able to be discerning. And go ahead, pick up. I want to pick up on that. Yes. Tap in.
Yeah, Teresa's coming down my street in terms of the executive coaching, my leadership coaching that I provide. And I hone in terms of my approach is using the 3 levels of listening. And it's global listening 1, and that is whereby, which is not the best, in which you are listening to someone and you're not really paying attention because you're thinking about everything under the sun and you're listening to respond and not really listening. Where I like to hang out at is at global listening number 2 and 3. And number 2 is where you are laser focused on that individual and you're zoned into what they're saying and you're not allowing for anything to distract you, and you're building trust with that person because you're saying what you are saying is important to me and I'm here to listen to you. In global listening 3 is about what I just said, being laser focused, but you're also listening to pay attention, as Dr. Teresa said, with your eyes in terms of the body language. What is happening with them? What's happening with the intonation of their voice? Is it calm? Are they frustrated? Are they crying? And you're calling out saying, hey, this is what I'm noticing about you. And this all becomes about how are you connecting to that individual as a person? Aside from titles, but how are you connecting and you're zoning in with listening? And that's part of being human. So that's my response to that question, Sandy.
Yes, that is good. That is really, really good. Listen, we getting this conversation started. Thank you all that are tuning in. You're sharing it out. We certainly appreciate you as these ladies are sharing great nuggets. What does it mean in being a leader? The book, it is called Stepping into Leadership Greatness. And what's the tag? I apologize. Dr. Jennifer, tell me the multiplier part.
Be a force multiplier, elevating others to new heights. So it's all about the quote, lifting while you climb, and bringing others with you.
Yes, indeed, indeed. So listen, we're going to keep it moving, keep the conversation moving. I want to go ahead and go to the Honorable Savannah. And yes, Mayor Savannah, if you will, come on and share with us. We have heard from you in our last interview together, and you really, really impressed on us as we began to talk about being on deck. Everyone being on deck, if you remember. Yes. And so let's kind of unpack that. You as a leader and being a part of this book, again, why did you say yes?
I said yes because I was, so from afar, Dr. Bryant was always a mentor to me. So her first volumes were inspiring and empowering for me. And I've discovered that my journey, I'm actually living the journey of stepping into leadership greatness. And so when the opportunity came about, oh, absolutely. I have to be a part of this. I have to be a part of this project. I have to be a part of this force multiplication. So that was the reason why I said yes. It's part of the journey that I'm in. And I just absolutely just had to be a part because of who Dr. Bryant is and the inspiration and the mentorship that she has impacted upon me. So you talk about going back to our first conversation about being on deck, and I remember it was around the snowstorm and how, you know, I'm a community leader, so we all had to be on deck to ensure that the snow was removed and that the residents in the town were taken care of. And that was an opportunity where I had to step up. I had to rally the team so that everyone is on deck so that we can all accomplish the mission. And a discussion that we had earlier about, well, what's the strategy behind that? And again, for me, I think the strategy is to allow your team to be empowered to lead. I believe there's a leader in all of us. Once we get to know our team members, we empower them to use the skills that we know that they have. So in this particular anthology, and what I write about is, well, I start out by also sharing the 3 P's of leadership success. And those 3 P's are passion, patience, and perseverance. And those are the 3 P's that I follow daily to allow me to be successful. And so I do share those with the readers. And then I convert those, or I continue those by the 3 E's of success. And those are to embrace, to empower, and to elevate. And as I've shared before, there's a leader in all of us. And for me, there was a struggle of embracing my leadership journey. I feel that I've been called to leadership, and I just had to embrace that. So my story tells my story of my leadership journey, you know, from being a child, starting her own business in the backyard of her parents' home, all the way through becoming an elected official of a small town, being called to lead. I had to accept that this is my journey. So once you embrace it, you can empower, and then you can elevate. So those are some tips to leadership success, and this is the why of accepting to being a part of this great anthology project.
That is great. I love it. Patience, passion, and perseverance. We could just literally unpack that. I believe that it does take patience to be a great leader, to be a good leader, a great leader, and to just be a leader. You have to have patience because you're dealing with multiple personalities, individuals that come and bring different talents and skills to the table that help bring and I love your E's. You said embrace, empower, and the 3rd E. You were talking fast. I couldn't even write that with that. What's your 3rd
Elevate.
E? Elevate. Yes.
Embrace, empower, and then elevate.
Oh, yes. That is awesome. Awesome. Listen, you all, we are with the phenomenal, yes, Dr. Jennifer Jones Bryant and these phenomenal women. I'm getting my groove there, y'all. Listen, that's what happens. I'm working with some glasses and got some other stuff going on. But yes, we are with Dr. Jones and Dr. Jones Bryant. And yes, step into leadership. I found my information, by the way. Step into leadership greatness, be a force multiplier, elevating others to new heights. And these ladies are in here sharing their stories, sharing their contribution to this book that is part of a series. And yes, we definitely want you to know about this book. I want to pause for a moment because Dr. Jennifer has shared with me. I want to bring this up that, on the virtual party. Let's go ahead and share that. And you want to talk about that, Dr. Jennifer?
Sure. I am multitasking because I'm on your coffee conversations on YouTube, dropping Zoom links there too, tagging people, multitasking. That's what I do. So on February 20th, we're actually on National Leadership Day. That was my vision, that we have our bestseller campaign that's going to happen around noon. And then that evening, we're going to actually have a virtual launch party. We're going to have a DJ. We're going to celebrate because we're already going to claim international bestseller, right? We're already claiming it. And I just can't wait for everyone to join us on that day. I have provided the link here as well as on YouTube. And I'm going to also drop it on Facebook for people to register and just join us and celebrate with all the wonderful authors. I can't wait.
Yes, me too. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Listen, I can't wait. And now I'm ready to hear from you. DJ, listen, you're phenomenal. Come on and just share with us your contribution. Did I have a chance to call on you yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so come on. It's your turn. Come on, lady. All right. I'm going to yield back and take it away.
Okay. Well, so first and foremost, why I said yes. Well, I met Dr. Jennifer when she was on a panel presenting at a virtual conference. And I felt like such a strong alignment with her vision, with her mission, lifting as you climb, inspiring women to be leaders. And also, once you're a leader, that's not the end of the game. There's so much more to come after, and helping others to kind of come along after you. And I really struggled a lot with my own leadership journey for a really long time. And I really lacked a mentor. I lacked having, some structured support. And so really seeing this next iteration of the Step into Leadership Greatness, that for me it's really like a personal mission. I met with Dr. Jennifer one-on-one. We got to talking, heard more about the book. And I'll tell you, at first, I was pretty nervous. I wanted to tell my story, but I was nervous to say yes. But I had to tap into that self-confidence. I had to find that courage and raise my hand and say, yes, I want to be included. Absolutely. So my story, it comes from an individual contributor's viewpoint, because I really felt like that was the pivotal point for me when I really changed how I was able to proceed forward in my leadership journey. So I shared with you kind of the very first steps into my own leadership journey and taking really control of my path and how I developed my career. I think people leaders can take away a lot from my story as well. So not just individual contributors, you both can really draw a lot from my story. So how you can support individual contributors on their own personal journey, or how you as an individual contributor can begin on your leadership journey. I really touched on the importance of informal versus formalized mentorship. Anyone can be a mentor, and mentorship can come from anywhere at any time. And I talk about the importance of this outside of these really strong, structured mentoring programs. Sometimes you're in an organization that doesn't have the capacity to offer a mentorship program, or maybe you work in a really small company where there's only a few people. So I think it's important to remember that mentorship really can come from anyone within your network. I also talk a lot about instilling emotional and cultural safety. So allowing your employees, whether it's those you oversee or just you yourself and your team, to feel comfortable and ready to try new things and feel comfortable attempting to gain new skills and practice them a lot, because guess what comes with practice? A lot of skill building. I think, and finally, I touch on enabling others to be elevated to new heights, like we say in the title of this anthology. I think that's really at the heart of it. So not just focusing on your own personal success, but how you can convey your personal success and allow it to really shine down on others and allow them to have their own personal and professional successes as well.
Oh man, that is great. Thank you so much. Mentorship stood out for me. And Dr. Mosley, I want to ask you a quick question. When she mentions mentorship, how important is that?
It's extremely important because when someone wants to do something new or someone wants to be in leadership, it's so important to have someone with the skill set to mentor you along the way. Mentorship is so important, not just mentoring one person, but many people, even going into the community and mentoring children that want to be like you. Oh my goodness, that's one of the key points in my coaching program is to know yourself, know what you love to do, develop a blueprint, and then find someone to mentor you to help you along the way.
Great.
Walls might be in front of you, but they're meant to be knocked down. If you have a great coach or a great mentor, they can help you.
That is awesome. I'm going to bring forward Dr. Benjamin. And yes, and in that same vein, Dr. Benjamin, mentoring other women to be leaders. And again, why you had said yes to this project. And if we can roll all of that in there. What do you think about mentorship when we mention that word?
Well, mentorship is critical to leadership. As a matter of fact, that's actually one of the points in my chapter in the leadership trifecta that I coined. That's actually extremely important. As a matter of fact, why I'll pivot for a second. Why I decided to participate in this project is because one of my mentors told me to. The Honorable Savannah Winston.
Oh, love it.
So actually, she did call me up and mention the project and said that she thought I should be part of this project, and recommended that I had a lot of questions for her first before I jump into something. So I did speak with Dr. Bryant just to kind of get a better understanding of what the project was going to be about, trying to figure out how could I fit into this project and if I actually had something that could contribute to this project. So I think mentorship is critical. That has always been critical to my career as well. And again, going back to my motto, blessed to be a blessing. Um, I always believe in paying it forward. Someone mentored me. That's how I was able to grow into leadership roles. So I definitely want to just make sure that I pay it forward. Kind of talking a little bit about my chapter, I bring the topic of the leadership trifecta, which starts with mentorship and having someone as a trusted guide, someone you can bounce ideas off of that can share advice with you, lessons learned that they have, so that you don't necessarily make some of the same mistakes that may be career killers. Having someone that you can actually just talk to, share your thoughts with, um, and definitely not someone that's going to agree with you, but someone that's going to tell you what you need to hear and not necessarily what you want to hear. That's what you really want from a mentor. I also talk about sponsorship and how sponsorship is important. A lot of folks don't really understand what sponsorship is about, but sponsorship is having someone else who knows about the work that you do, the skill sets that you have, that is going to advocate for you in the rooms that you're not in, so that when opportunities do come about, that they think of you and will make sure that you're in the spaces and places, so that you can have an opportunity to demonstrate your leadership skills and expertise. So sponsorship is also important in making sure that we create the next generation of leaders. And finally, coaching. Coaching has definitely been critical for me in my career, because that coach has helped me to recognize areas of, um, help me to come up with some clarity on some areas of where I need to uncover some of those blind spots that I have. So definitely mentorship, sponsorship, and coaching are critical to leadership development.
Oh my goodness. Listen, those were amazing points. I love it. And you said paying it forward, sponsorship. And then, as you also mentioned, and it was coaching that you mentioned. So all of those 3 points, mentorship, sponsorship, and coaching, that is phenomenal. Y'all see this message. I want to give a great big shout out to the phenomenal, yes, award-winning Dr. Kim Jacobs. She's known as the Balance Doctor. She mentioned something so key. She was mentored. She walked alongside Les Brown, and Les Brown was her mentor. And she said, without Les Brown mentoring me, I wouldn't have been exposed to as many opportunities that have come my way. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Dr. Kim, for coming through. And she said, that's good. Advocates in the room when you are not present. I think we all could give a shout out about that. Oh my goodness. Dr. Benjamin, come on. And when you're not in the room and your name is there, listen, I feel this is what happens, y'all. Okay, so the Lord will drop things in me and I go on your energy. So when Dr. Kim says that, being in the room, your name, and I think it's somewhere, I don't know if it's in the Bible, I'm gonna have to look it up, but that your name precedes you. Excuse me, how important is your name? And so talk about that as a leader.
So I will say, first of all, having a name like Talantine, that's so unique. I mean, it's kind of hard because people will see that name and they won't forget it because they've seen that name. So yes, your name precedes you. And when you have a unique name like mine, it will definitely precede you and it will stick with folks because they will remember you when you have a unique name. But having someone who will, like I said, advocate for you when you're not in the room. And gosh, I can't even.
I'll help you out. That not just a name, but the narrative around who you are. When
yes.
you have a strong mentor, someone in your corner, they're not going to let that narrative, go left. They're going to,
Yes, that as well. Someone who will actually, even if something is said that isn't quite right, having that sponsor who will also say, well, wait a minute, that doesn't sound like, the person that I know because, and I actually have a mentor who has also served as a sponsor, another sorority sister who had a conversation with me about something that someone brought to their attention. And they said that, they had to tell that person, now, wait a minute, well, where'd you get that from? Because I've known this person for, 15 plus years. And no, that does not sound right. That's not the person I know. And you need to have a conversation with her and get to know her because you might not need to trust that information that you got and where that's coming from because it may not have been said in the best intentions. So yes, definitely someone who can also speak on your behalf when things are being said that may not necessarily be attributed to you. So that's critical.
Yeah, that is real good. That is very good. And as we remind our audience, as you're a part of this conversation, Dr. Benjamin came through because she was introduced to this book project. And as you can see, she has said yes to the project through a conversation with the Honorable Mayor. And I think that's phenomenal that you would have, you saw or know something about this woman, Mayor Savannah, is that you would say she would be a good fit. Her story is a story. And so, again, I want to feed on this. Why did you think that she would be a good part for this book?
Because I see and I know the leader in her. So just as she said, the sponsor will speak on her behalf, and it's because of her integrity. It's because of her transparency. It's because of who she is. And so absolutely, when I saw the opportunity, I knew that she would be a good fit. But the leader in her, she does her due diligence. So I knew that she would have a conversation with Dr. Bryant. But again, that's who she is. That's the type of leader that she is, and she's great.
I love it. I love it. Those of you that are tuning in, we are with the authors of this amazing book. Yes, this book here is called Step into Leadership Greatness, Be a Force Multiplier, Elevating Others to New Heights. You're seeing here these phenomenal women in all walks of leadership in business and their own entrepreneurial journeys. You just heard from Mayor Savannah, whose leadership of an entire city. I mean, who really, I feel so honored, to have the privilege of interviewing you. And I thank you and I thank your city for letting me interview you tonight. And most of all, your author, your visionary author, Dr. Jennifer, and you all coming on. Well, we're going to hear from Dr. Nadia as we keep this conversation going. Listen, and Dr. Kim is just all in. If you all have never watched her show, she's on at Dr. Kim, I want to say it's 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I could be off an hour, maybe it's 10 o'clock, but put your time slot in. She is on live. She is also one that her name precedes her, very, very well known in the TV industry. And yes, she podcasts consistently each and every morning, Monday through Friday, right here. She's on all social media platforms, but mainly here on Facebook as well as YouTube. Yes, the Kim Jacobs Show. Now, have you ever heard of it? If you have, as I say, put one in the chat, do all of that. Listen, you don't want to miss it. She has some phenomenal guests. Thank you so much. She and I, we're 11 a.m. Eastern. Yes, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out the Kim Jacobs Show. She's known as the Balance Doctor. You don't want to miss out on her show. And now we're going to go ahead and hear from Dr. Nadia. And I'm streaming here across the bottom. This is Dr. Jennifer's information. And we will come back and we'll be having a conversation with Dr. Jennifer momentarily. But at this time, I'm going to go ahead and yield my mic for Dr. Nadia.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Sandy. And I said yes to the project with Dr. Jennifer, mainly because I was in volume 1 of Step into Leadership Greatness. And I always tell Dr. Jennifer, she gave me my first best-selling international title of author from that particular book. I missed 2, but I was not going to miss 3, right? Because all of the leaders that have been sharing their stories in volumes 1, 2, and 3 are absolutely amazing. I learn a lot of things from them as well. One of the things that I share as leader, because in leadership as well, is for me is having the patience to lead, right? There are going to be some times where you're trying to, and for me it's coming from the military as well, right? Like you have to have that patience in order to lead. You can't get frustrated with the person because you're seeing something inside of them that you're like, you can do this, you got this, I'll be here, I'll hold your hand. But that person has to be willing to come along in that journey as well so that they can accomplish that goal, right? But you have to have patience with that person in order to, show them the necessary steps and be mindful of the fact that they may not have seen what you're seeing in them, right? In this particular chapter that I've written in volume 3, I talk about building connections as a business coach. I know I have an individual that I was showing how to build their business, but with building, there's going to be some failures. And you have to understand that you have to be able to overcome those obstacles, right? And there's some people who just give up as soon as something happens that they didn't expect to happen. And then fear sets in and they're like, no, I think if I go any further, it's just not going to work. So for me as a business coach, I have to take things on a step-by-step level with the person that you are coaching or the person that you want to bring along with you, right? That patience is is a trait that you have to have as well as a leader. So of course, in volume 1, I talked about like what Dr. Teresa was talking about, seeing the leadership in someone even when they don't see it in themselves. Like I talked in volume 1 where I saw leadership in someone that they didn't even see it in themselves. And today they're so successful in it because I was able to pour into them and show them, like, you got this, and let me just help you along the way. You have to be willing to share that knowledge openly, right? Some people say, I'm gonna give you just about a little bit of steps, but I wouldn't take you further. As a leader, you have to be willing to pour into that person so that you can see them grow and develop. For me, it always gives me a pleasure in knowing that someone started a business because of me. Someone is elevating themselves because of me. Someone is changing the trajectory of their family, business, and income and lifestyle because of me, because I'm able to work alongside you to show you that not only can you be a leader, can you do what you're supposed to be doing, but also change the trajectory of your generation of family. Like, you might be the first successful entrepreneur in your business because you've worked alongside a perfect, I wouldn't say perfect, a good mentor who wasn't selfish in sharing that information with you, who wasn't selfish in not seeing you step up and wanting to see you grow. So as for me as a leader, I know they always tell me I have the patience of a saint. That's always what someone says to me. But you have to have that patience, right? Because the person may not get it as soon as you give it to them. And when I say get it, they may not understand the process as you give it to them, right? So having that patience to show them and to show them that they too can do it. Yes, Kim. Oh, yes. It takes a lot of patience, right? And if you can't get triggered too quickly, right, when the person does not get it as you go along. But for me, pulling from everyone else, I definitely agree with what everyone else is talking about as far as mentorship, leadership, coaching, things of that nature. But for me, you have to start with, as a leader, knowing that you have to have the patience and understanding in knowing how to develop someone. It's not going to go as quick as you want it to go, right? You have to meet the person where they are and then take them along that journey to show them that they too can be a successful leader. So it was a great pleasure for me to be able to join Volume 3 with Dr. Jennifer. It was a definite yes for me when she asked. Again, I'm not sure why I missed 2. Something happened where I missed 2, but I definitely was not going to miss 3. So thank you, Dr. Jennifer, for having me be a part of these amazing co-authors. I'm learning so much from them as well. And to the audience members that are listening, remember, having patience is going to be the key, one of the keys to the success in leadership.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Dr. Nadia, for sharing those amazing, great nuggets. Kim says, leadership requires so much patience, as you were alluded to on patience. And yes, indeed. And she said, listen, y'all. She said, this is such a powerful title. Oh, Dr. Jennifer, you hit it again. Listen, the #1 bestseller is already in the making. Okay. Those of you that are tuning in, yes, I am with Dr. Jennifer Jones Bryant and these phenomenal authors. They're the contributing authors of this amazing book that is soon to be released. At this time, I do want to share one more sponsor with you, and then we're going to come back and hear from the visionary author herself, Dr. Jennifer Jones Bryant. We're going to hear from, Dr. Jonathan Haynes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Jonathan Haynes, and I'm so honored to be a sponsor for Book Talks with Sandy Sanders. I am offering my services to you. Yes, you heard that right. I am the Songbird of the South, Gospel Award-winning recording artist, 5-time international best-selling author, motivational speaker, educator, mental health coach, vocal coach, and I'm offering my service to you. Yes, you heard that right. You can reach me at phone number 228-313-9068 or reach me by email, sbirdproductions56@gmail.com. I'm looking forward to connecting with you, and let's continue to support Dr. Sandy Sanders with Book Talks with Sandy Sanders. God bless you all.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Listen, you want someone to come and mentor or be a speaker at your group for men, even women, and he's a recording gospel artist, but phenomenal off of the Mississippi Gulf Coast out of Gulfport, Mississippi. Dr. Jonathan Haynes. Listen, you can find him on all social media platforms. At this time, we're going to hear, let me pull this banner up here, and we're going to now hear from the visionary author herself. Yes, Dr. Jennifer. And yes, indeed, I'm going to go ahead and bring her forward. Now, Dr. Jennifer, don't cry when I do this, but I don't want you to cry, but you and along with the authors of your amazing book series, Coffee Conversations tonight is dedicating tonight's program to Dr. Davita Henderson and just the legacy that she leaves behind. And I wanted to share, if I may, those of you, I know our hearts go out to all of you, to you, Dr. Bryant. She was a contributing author to the volume. You'll let us know the volume that she was, but we feel you. We want you to know. I want you to know our platform. We are certainly with you. And in 2024, Dr. Henderson had received the Lifetime Achievement Presidential Award. And so we just want to take a moment to honor this great woman of God and the legacy and her memory, that her name will still continue to be in rooms. And we want to take a moment and just honor you, Dr. Jennifer, for bringing her story and her walking with you. And so, listen, I want y'all to take your mics off. Let's give a clap to the Lord. Let's give him a praise for the life and legacy of Dr. Henderson. Woo! Yes. And as I was looking, I believe I did have the privilege and honor of interviewing her. I've interviewed so many women, but then I was looking back. But at this time, we want you to know we're standing with you, alongside of you, and just wanted to take a moment and dedicate our broadcast to Dr. Henderson tonight. And I yield my mic.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sandy, for doing that. And yes, as I take a deep breath. She definitely had a presence, a quiet, powerful soul. I'm so grateful that God allowed me an opportunity to put a dedication to her in our book. The timing was right. So you'll find a dedication to Dr. Davita Henderson in our SILG Volume 3. And I'm so grateful that she was able to step into her greatness. I saw her. I saw the goodness in her and what she brings. She was in the SILG at the summit as a panelist speaker in December over a year ago. And she just showed up in a supportive spirit for everyone. And I will tell you, in her last 9 months, maybe, it seems like she did everything she wanted to do. And she traveled. She sent me pictures from her travel. And even with her battling her last, and we didn't know it was her last, right? In December, she was having a tough time with her health. And she was like, we're going to go to coffee and we're going to talk about how I got through. And I said, yes, we're going to talk about it. So needless to say, it was a shock when I learned, because she was definitely trying to push through. She was going to be a part of Volume 3. But what she said to me, she says, I have to choose certain things I can do. And my main thing is she wanted to get her doctorate, in which she went on and got her doctorate. And so part of what I will say in terms of this book being legacy building is that I I look at each one of the authors as a way for me to be able to connect on an individual level. And Dr. DeVetta, she definitely has left a legacy, and others are still continuing to talk about it. Her services are next Saturday. My plan is to be there. The magazine that was just released with me as the cover person, I am grateful to that visionary, Dr. Kishma George, who allowed me to put a dedication to her in that magazine. And I also given a shout out to the authors in the magazine as well, if you get the full publication. So life is about, what can you do for others, right? And I'm big on that in terms of legacy building. With volume 2, I was able to make my youngest daughter a first-time international best-selling author. And it was a great experience for her to say she's a first-time author. So your why, as I continue to say, your big why has to be bigger than your ego. And I will continue to say that it has to go beyond you. And ask yourself, it's Martin Luther King's birthday, but it's Black History Month. And with Dr. Martin Luther King, he said, one of his quotes, life's most urgent and persistent question is, what are you doing for others? And I ask myself every single day, what can I do to make an impact on others? And what does that look like in terms of helping others? And going back to Dr. DeVetta, what she told me with volume 1 and what she continued to tell me was that leaders start seeing her. And sometimes we may sit in a seat where we're super quiet and we may not say much, and we hope, and as women of color, we hope that someone will eventually call on us and say, hey, I got this opportunity for you. It may not happen that neatly. We have to do extra to get to where we are. And it took mentors and sponsors to prepare rooms for me and put my name in rooms before I got there. And I want to be able to give that gift back to others. So you have to ask yourself, what mark and what legacy will you leave on this earth? Because you never know the time or the day or the place. So I will tell you, I am internally grateful for having Dr. DeVetta to cross my path, because as I'm having a growth mindset, I learn from every person, everyone, and her spirit will resonate on. She's like an angel that's watching over us.
Yes, thank you. Well, I just wanted to let you know that we're here with you. Listen, we're here holding up your arms, and I believe you are surrounded by authors that share your sentiments, share what you're feeling, and I believe that we're in this seat that I sit, Dr. Jennifer, is that the Lord has allowed me to cross paths with women like you all. And what do I mean by that? You're so impactful. You have impacted. I've enjoyed this journey, and it's not over. But I want to say in this present moment, I've enjoyed what has happened thus far. And it's more than an exchange, people. I've been on this earth for a long time. And so when the Lord allows me to cross paths and connect, and here's the thing, when we drop all of our titles, we are women and sisters together. And I say that respectfully. But when you're doing what you're doing, we're living, y'all know what we're living in right now. It's crazy. But I'm thinking of my granddaughter. I have a 5-year-old granddaughter. And so I can be able to, she's in another city and state, but I say, see, this is what Nana sees in you. I can point her to women like you, and she can see herself in you. And and even her mother's young. And so I have that kind of conversation with her mom. And listen, you've got great qualities, but here's some other women that I want you to look at. Okay. So listen, this is our moment, and we just want y'all in our conversation, and I appreciate that. This is what the Coffee Conversation is all about. Yes, we are on the Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy podcast and platform. You're watching us and listening to us even now live, or maybe listening to us on CTR Media Network, which you can find on all social media platforms. Yes, virtually as well as streaming. Yes, we are streaming on streaming TVs, Roku, and a lot of those others. I told y'all I would get it, and I will in a moment, I promise you. And I want to thank, yes, Dr. Kim Jacobs, as she's in the audience, and she's just, so sentiment. She says, I am just experiencing these women, and already my life is more enriched as I learn from each of you. Thank you. Thank you. And she says, you can feel how blessed you women are, and through the virtual platform, which is hard to do. And yes, and you are supernatural favors. And she did say this to you as well, Dr. Bryant, what wonderful words that you had to share of Dr. Henderson's legacy. At this time, you all, we're going to shift it a little bit and talk about what's going to be happening. We're going to repeat that on the 20th. How important, what is that day here in this month? That, Dr. Bryant, you listen, I learned something from you. I did not even know that this was Leadership Awareness, a Leadership Month. So come on and bring us around to that. And again, let's talk about the virtual party that's happening on. You're intentional. She's so intentional. February the 20th, and we're celebrating. And then after she does that, each of the ladies are going to give me just their one line, what they would like for you to walk away with after reading their book. I want you to talk about the campaign, what we can look for, and so we can. Are you doing the ebook, the Amazon, and then?
Yes, I am. I'm doing the bestseller campaign on February the 20th. We all are, right? We're going to all partner together. We're going to get our besties. We're going to call our girlfriends, our friends. We're going to call everybody. Say, look, y'all need to get this book, download it, click it, open it, do what you need to do. We are going to launch that at 12 noon on the 20th, on National Leadership Day. And then that evening on the 20th, we're going to celebrate, because I'm already claiming international best-selling authors. You also have to know, and I'm going to try to do it over this next week, we have endorsers in our book, right? We have endorsers in our book, and our endorsers come from London, right? Y'all didn't realize that. We have, I reached into my network. We have authors from, endorsers from the UK. I already mentioned London. Data executive who read it. We had another executive who just recently made the top voices. And we have other endorsements as well. So I'm excited that folks say yes to me to read some of the chapters, to say yes to that. And they were inspired by the chapters as well. And you're going to get inspired when you put this book. It's an easy read. You're going to recognize yourself in these stories in terms of relatability. There are 14 authors on the back. We are claiming it. And then we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a DJ that evening. We're going to party. We are definitely going to party, and you're going to hear from each of the authors for a couple of minutes to get you excited and pumped up. And look, take this book back to federal government agencies, take it back to academic, take it back to your Fortune 100 companies, 500 companies. Just take it back. Like, somebody needed, I share with the authors different ways that they could promote their book. Like the guy in the barbershop who walks through the barbershop selling stuff. I need you to be in the grocery store talking, hey, while you in that line, I've done it. While you in that line and you having that conversation, I'll be right back. Go to my car, carry 25 with you in your car. Pull that book out, autograph it. And
there you go.
Right? Keep it
I
going.
love it.
So I'm excited. I can't wait.
I love it. Here's a line that you can use. Hey, do you lead other women? That would be mine. Well, hey, I got a book that I would love to tell you about. It's got all of the tips and tools. Listen, do you want to be a leader? Yes. Well, listen, I got the book for you. Yes, Indy. I love it. Dr. Kim, she says yes. Claiming international bestseller. Absolutely. And that's a new strategy. Y'all, she's strategic. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And as we said, I put it up here, is that I want to make sure it's Step into Leadership Greatness bestseller campaign on February. I want to go back and put the time. When did you say it's going to kick off? At what time?
I'm going to kick off at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and I also included the Zoom link so folks can register.
Yeah.
It's no cost. They can hop on in and just join the celebration with the authors. And I've asked the authors to invite their guests as well. We're going to have a great time.
Absolutely. Come with my pom-poms on and everything. Listen, I'm super excited. We've had an amazing. We are in season 6. This is episode 8, and the ladies. Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're going to have our pom-poms and everything. So we're going to be in the room. We're going to celebrate at celebration. Yeah, I'm Dr. Sandy Sanders. I am excited for what God is doing with these ladies in this book. So keep it on you. As I tell y'all, put it on a Post-it note, put it on wherever you need to do in your phone. And DJ, come on and tell them, what is this book and what do you want them to do? See, I called on you.
It's Stepping into Leadership Greatness. Be a force multiplier, elevating others to new heights. And we'll see you for our bestseller celebration on February 20th at 7 p.m. Eastern.
There you go. Listen, there is your promo right there. All right. Well, Dr. Mosley, come on and give us one line that you want the reader to walk away with after reading your chapter.
If you are a leader, differentiate your professional development to build the capacity and elevate leaders in your building, and always lead with grace.
My. Yes, DJ, I didn't tell you to do that, but come on, tell me, what do you want them to walk away with after reading your chapter?
Find a mentor, be a mentor.
Ooh, y'all hear how she said that? That was like a spoken word. You kind of do like this. Yes, indeed. Dr. Benjamin, come on. You have lit the fire tonight. Listen, you came in and dropped nuggets like diamonds tonight. Come on, tell us. Give us one line.
One line, the leadership trifecta: mentorship, sponsorship, and coaching to be your best self.
Love it. Oh, Dr. Kim, she said, great promo. And Mayor Savannah, yes, come on, give us a one-liner.
Embrace your journey, empower, and elevate.
Woo-hoo, yes, y'all feel it. Get ready. February 20th, 7:00 p.m. But we want you to buy the books. What time is the bestseller campaign going to hit, Dr. Jennifer? 12 o'clock?
7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes, that's the party. That's the book release. And tell us whenever the campaign starts. What time of the day on the 20th?
It will be noon.
Noontime. And so we're going to hear now from Dr. Nadia. Yes, come on, give us that one line. What do you want us to walk away with after we read your chapter?
Lead with patience.
Oh, yes. She bringing us there. Lead with patience.
Yes, I have the calmness. You got to bring it down now. Lead with patience.
Yes. Oh, I love it. We have had a wonderful time. And as Dr. Kim, she said, every chapter is a book in itself. Yes, it is indeed. Well, we've had a beautiful, wonderful night. Great conversation, lots of laughter. And once again, we just thank you, audience. Do share this out if you're listening now, or you may be listening to the replay. Listen, follow these ladies. Listen out wherever you may find them on all social media platforms. We've been running their information, and we've got Dr. Jennifer's here. And I also want, I'll go ahead and Dr. Nadia, go ahead and tell us where they can find you.
My website is elitecreations.biz, B-I-Z.
Great. And Dr. Benjamin, same with you.
Quintessential you, the letter U.com.
Awesome. Dr. Savannah, Minister Savannah.
You can get to me through www.vantechoffice.com.
Yes, I'm going to be putting these over on the chat where you all can click onto it if you want to follow these ladies. And Mayor Savannah, I don't call you Minister Savannah. Excuse me.
I've been called that as well.
You preaching actually probably to all of those workers and those workers in the city. You probably preaching to them too. Anyway, you don't need a license to do that. Tell them they need Jesus. Okay, DJ, come on.
That's another conversation.
Ma'am. What'd you say?
I said that's another conversation.
Hey, listen, I know it is, I'm sure. Yes, DJ, if you will, Danielle, come on and tell us, what would you like for the readers to walk away after they read your chapter? Or did I ask you already?
Yeah, we covered that.
Well, we done covered everybody. At this time, last words from our visionary author, and we're going to wrap it up in here. Yes, Dr. Jennifer Jones Bryant. And I yield.
Yes. I think DJ had said it already. We're going to step into our leadership greatness, and we are going to serve as a force multiplier and elevate others to new heights. And also note that the book is now on Amazon. So if people want to go in and grab it, they should. We support that.
Awesome. Good. I believe I got everybody. And it is already on. You want me to go ahead and put that in the link?
Yes, I dropped the link in the private chat. So if you want to add that.
I sure will. I've got it there now.
Thank you.
Yes, you are so welcome. There it is. Well, listen, y'all, I've had a blast tonight again on Coffee Conversation and Book Talks with Sandy. I am Sandy Sanders. I need you to share this out. Do follow us on all social media platforms, CTR Media Network, Facebook, YouTube. Go there, and so you can listen. And yeah, you can always go back and replay, pause, and grab all of the nuggets and the diamonds that these phenomenal women have dropped. Listen, I'm super excited to be talking with you again on tonight. Listen, y'all take care. Y'all be blessed. You know that I love you. Listen, we're going to be having an amazing 2025. I'm excited. All right, y'all take care, and we'll have a great night. Ladies, stay with me in the green room if you will. All right, and you all have a great night. We'll see you soon.